Hello everybody, this is Linda Hicks with Scrap Stars Paper Crafting, and this is Sunday Scrapbook Fun. So this is the third scrapbook page in the series that I'm doing. I'm using a paper pumpkin, and the paper pumpkin card kit is an older kit that is still available. At least it is at this time of the videoing of this project for you. It is called Fun in the Sun. You do need to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to be able to get the older kits, or you can contact me and I can order a kit for you too. So you would have to, we'd have to make some arrangements, so you'd have to contact me personally. And so anyway, let's get started. This is the third one. So I've made a layout for each card. The first one was this darn cute card, isn't it? I just love these cards. They're so pretty. I mean, they're so cute, but when I saw them, I knew I could make layouts out of them that were adorable too. So this is the first card that I made a layout out of. And then this is the third. Oops, we lost his little sign. I think I have it here somewhere. Oh, yep, here it is. It says, hello, the little crab is holding his little sign. And he's waving hello. Hello. And this is a stand-up card as well, 3D card. And so then the last one, and this is the card that we're going to use to make this layout today, is this one. And this says Sending an Ocean of Love. These kits are so great. The first kit, if you are new to subscribing to Paper Pumpkin, in the first kit, you will get a block. Let me show you the size. It's a really nice size block. It's like a, let's see, it's like a almost a 3 by 3 size block. And it's not as thick as some blocks, but it works really good. And then after that, you will get everything else, but you won't get the block, because they figured that you would use the block each time you got your kit. It also comes with everything that you need in the kit. So it would come with a little mini stamp ink pad if you're going to be doing any inking with it. This particular kit also came with an adorable stamp set. Here we go. And it has so many cute little sayings like waving hello, I see brighter days ahead, sending an ocean of love, wish you were here, relax, you deserve it, hello sunshine, sorry if I was a little crabby. And then it's got this cute little sending sunshine, I can't read that, sending sunshine too. So you could put that even on your envelope if you wanted to. That's so cute. And then it has a little starfish and a little sunshine too that you can use. So it's just an adorable kit. So I loved making the cards. And the instructions, they come with instructions. They're wrapped in tissue paper. The presentation is just gorgeous. If you haven't ever had a paper pumpkin, they are just gorgeous. Okay, so this is the 2-page layout that we're going to do today. And I used a Cricut cut for my title, but everything else is just papers that I had on hand. I have black as my background. You could choose a different background if you want. I just thought it was striking because it picked up with the boat. And then I have my white for my photo placement cards. And then I also used yellow for my title, and then a little yellow stripe. Now I'm going to make a different title for my page that I'm doing this time. So just to show you that you can do a lot of different things or different titles. It doesn't have to be exactly the same title like would fit your pictures. So let's start with the first page. And like I said, you will need 2 black sheets of paper for your for the base of your layout. And then you will need your center of your card right here. And so I need to cut this out. Now you can see I made a little boo-boo when I was this was one of the cards. I had already made the layout, and then I decided to do these videos. And so when I took this card, it kind of got a little bit of tears on it, but I'm going to show you how to fix that in case that happens to you too. So this part of the card we're going to cut at 3 inches, and so I'm just going to cut it straight at 3 inches here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and that's going to give me my sand on the background, as you can see right here. And then I'm going to attach this part up here that has the boat, and I'm going to cut this off at 3 inches as well. So this one I might do a little differently. You can go right to the 3 if you wanted to. It will actually, I think I will do that because it'll work. I kind of tried to center this a little bit more, but I think actually if I cut it right at the 3, it'll be fine. So let's just take this and cut this at the 3 as well. There we go. And so that is that background there. And then this part here, we'll cut later because that goes to the second page. So I'll just go ahead and take that out of the way so we can start building our first page. Now, these little blue strips here on this, I just wanted to add a little more decoration. And so what I used is one of the envelopes. And if you watched last week's scrapbook page layout, I took one of the envelopes and used the top of the envelope. Let's see if we have any envelopes here so you can see the cute envelopes that come with this card kit as well. I took the top of one of the envelopes and cut the lip off the envelope, and then just cut these stripes to add some accents. Then I took a little cut down each side so I could open up my envelope. And I think I have it here. And that's going to be our title. I actually used the envelope for the title. So this is your open envelope. So you can see this one has a stripe. So I took a second envelope to make the title with it. So what I did with this envelope is I just took this side and the wide side, and just cut little strips of 1/4 inch. Now this is optional. I just like it because it looks kind of decorative. And the thing I like about it is that I just attach it underneath, and I'll show you how to do that, so that I can just slide my picture in there. All right, so we got this going. We got this going. So I'm going to attach this part right here. Let's see where my boat is. See, I think I'm going to need to maybe attach. Oop, I got to cut the boat down too. Whoops, almost forgot. Getting a little ahead of myself. So here is this. I'm going to go ahead and take this and line this up at 3 inches. And so I'm putting my boat on this side and cutting off this part at 3 inches. Okay. So then I'm going to start building that center. And this is just a scrap. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up. Actually, since I have this mistake, I used the inside. There was some extra pieces that you can use too, but I had a little piece of envelope right here. Cool. And so I'm going to line this right up with this wave here. And there we go. I think that looks really good. And that kind of covers up my And so I'm going to get my adhesive and just put a little adhesive on it here. And then I'm going to kind of line this. this is the top of the, this is part of the envelope. This is this part of the envelope that has that little bit of curve. And of course, you wouldn't have to do this because you're going to be starting with a fresh card, but I had already put a card together, and when I pulled it apart, I kind of did an ooh. So now I'm going to take this and just line this up. That lines up really pretty good, like that. And then I'm going to just trim it to 3 inches again. So this would be 3 inches. And that covers up my little boo-boo. Oh my goodness, there's always something, isn't there? Okay, so we're going to bring this out to 3 inches. And just trim that little piece off. All right, nice. All right, so then I'm going to take this piece here, and I got to measure it kind of because I want my boat and I want this to kind of all go pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and tape this down probably about, I would say, exposing maybe an inch here. And then that gives me a nice little border here and here on my black. So let's line that up a little better. And we'll get it right at an inch. Okay. And then I'm going to set my boat right down here on the waves. And I already have adhesive on that too, because I kind of had to pull all of this apart to do this card. So there we go. That looks pretty good. Okay, so then I'm going to start building my page. I think I'm going to go start working this way. I'm going to lay this out here, and I could adhere that a little better. So let me go ahead. And you could even bump this up a little bit to give it a 3D dimension that the boat is kind of floating, but it is on an extra layer. So you do have, it does kind of give it a little dimension. I'm going to move this down. Kind of right about there. Okay, I like that. That looks good. Okay, so now I'm going to take this piece. Oops, actually I'm going to do this. So I'm going to take my little piece here. Now these are optional. You don't have to do these, and I'll show you something else that I did. If I run out of adhesive, I'm going to go ahead and just line these up. So I'm going to go down probably about 1/4 of an inch on each side here. And it's really nice to have a mat. I'm going to line my mat up a little better so that I get my stuff lined up well. Okay, and then that's a 4x6 piece of white paper. This is a 4x4 piece of white paper, and I'm going to line that up about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom again, and from the side, so those line up nice and straight. And then I'm going to take this piece, and I've got 2 of them here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them together, and I'm going to just dovetail each end. And these are 3/4 of an inch by, let's see how wide they are. I think 3.5. Yeah, the yellow pieces are 3/4 of an inch by 3.5. Whoops, I was going to put them together and dovetail them together. There we go. All right, so how I dovetail is I cut in the middle, and then I take my scissors and I go from one corner to that corner in the middle, and then I go one corner to the corner to the middle again. And that gives me a nice little dovetail. And then I do the same thing on the other side. So I cut it in the middle, and probably like just about 1/4 of an inch up. And I take corner to corner and corner to corner. There you go. Whoops, I didn't quite get on the corner, so I got a little thing. So I'll just do that little snippy there. So then I got all these little triangles. I'm going to get off my paper. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and adhere this here in the middle. And what I'm going to use this for is I'm actually going to stamp waving hello on here. But you could stamp hello sunshine, or you can even just use it, because I'm using this piece to document a date. You could put the names of the people you're taking your pictures of. You don't have to stamp it, but I decided, I think with this particular layout, I'm going to go ahead and stamp it. So I'm taking my stamp and I'm just going to rub it a little bit just to get it roughed up. And I'm going to go ahead and take black Memento ink, and I'm going to stamp right on there, waving hello. Okay, I'm giving it just a second for the paper to absorb, but there you go. It's so pretty. Okay, let's wipe that stamp set off, or stamp off. Put it away. Keep things nice and neat and tidy, and then I can find them later. We hope, anyway, right? Okay, so there we go. All right, so then this one, this middle piece, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the center here. So I'm going to go ahead and just add adhesive on there. And center this to about the same place that this bottom would be, so about a quarter after. So I could have brought this up a little bit more, and I could still do that if I wanted to. Let's see if I can do it carefully. I think I can. Lots of layers. Lots of layers here. Whoopsie, there we go. So I'm going to bring that up just a little bit more to match this up here, so that it's about a quarter of, and then we'll go ahead and do, well, let's see, here we go. Get that lined up nicely, and then, oh, and then go ahead and put my boat down here. My little sailboat. There we go. Okay, so then I'm going to put another piece here, 3x4 or 4x6 photo spot here. Oops, and you know what? I should have waited on putting this on, because I need to put my photo spots on. So isn't it nice that I'm doing mistakes, and then that way you can learn from me. Okay, so I'm going a quarter from the bottom and a quarter from the side. I'm going to lay this one down. And also when you put your adhesive on, bring your stuff in a little bit, because I want to go ahead and put these little things on. Now you could also use twine, which would look really pretty with a beaching kind of thing, and wrap your twine around it. Then I would do it ahead of time. And you could even do, let's see, that goes to the other page. I need the 4x4. You could do twine or ribbon even. There's some burlap ribbon that would look really pretty. So now I'm going to do the same thing with this side, 1/4 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch from the edge. And then I'm going to take this piece here, and I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that and put that in the middle. Now we're going to take our 3-inch across piece, and we're going to line it up so that it goes in here like that. And this I need to bring up just a little tab. All right, so we'll bring that up so that it's even. And then of course, then this has to go up just a little tad. It's tough being a perfectionist. All right, so there is the basic layout. Now what I decided to do to add a little more pizzazz is I'm just going to take some adhesive and put it on the edge here at the top. And just like maybe 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to fold it over. Now you could do this before as well. And then I'm going to take my adhesive again on the other side. And I'm just going to lift it up a little bit and tuck that other edge down. And like I said, this was just from the envelope. So it's not, there we go. There we go. And so I did that on all of them. And let's see, where's all my little pieces? There we go. But again, you could just use twine. You could use this kind of twine. You could use this kind of twine, whatever you happen to have on hand, or you don't have to do it at all. I mean, it's an option. I just thought it added a little something to the page. And you don't have to do it on all sides. You could just do it on these two, just to give it something. So again, I'm just gonna wrap it around here. Oops. About 1/4 inch up, and then here at 1/4 inch up. Okay, so I think I'm going to just leave that with the 2. I think that looks really good. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my little palm tree, which I'm using this layout. Ooh, I got ink on my fingers. Okay, I have this little palm tree. And I am going to use, I'm going to use this layout for sailing in Michigan. So we don't have palm trees, but I'm still going to put that on there because it's such a cute little decorative piece. And nobody really cares if we don't have palm trees in Michigan or not. So I'm going to go ahead and just add this down. And then I'm going to add a little seashell. Well, I don't have a seashell, so I'm going to add a little star here. Well, let me get my other adhesive. Put my little star here. We'll grab that. There we go. Put my star down here. And then the jewels that came with the layout or the card kit has these cute little, they look like water droplets, and they're just so cute like that. And so I would add a couple more of those. I don't have them right here with me because that's why I have my ink on my hand, because I left my ink pad open. Not a smart thing to do. So let's put this away, and we'll see if I can kind of fix that with an eraser or maybe a little whiteout or a marker. There's always a way to kind of fix your mistakes. So I think I have a little white I could add in there, and I think I'll use a little marker just to kind of breeze over that area that I made the mistake. So that is layout number 1. Let's move on to layout number 2. Now with this layout, I used Paradise. So if you go to Florida or Hawaii or, gee, there's so many places, the Caribbean, this would be a perfect layout for that. I'm just going to wipe my hand off before I get any more ink on any other pieces I'm putting together. And so I need another piece of white or black paper for my base. And so here we go. And then on this one, because we live in Michigan, like I said, and we go to the beach, and a lot of times we like to just watch the sailboats, I'm going to use this as my title this time. So this time, I'm going to go ahead, and I think this might be a little easier, and I should have probably did it that way before, is I'm going to go ahead and put these on the edges ahead of time. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a little bit of my adhesive and stick it on there about a quarter after, and then a quarter inch in, and then take my adhesive again and then just wrap it right around here. Yeah, that seems to work a little better. So then I'm going to have this like right there. I'm not going to glue these down yet. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put one on the bottom one here. So I'll go ahead and put one on the bottom one. Man, I'm just getting ink all over everything. Let me cut another 3x4, and I didn't tell you, these are 4x6 photo placements. So if you wanted to cut your photos, if you wanted to have a little bit of a white border, you could cut your photos down just about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. And so on this one, I'm going to go ahead and make a little border on that because I didn't do as many on these. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this at the bottom of this one. And then, wow, that almost wraps around the whole thing. I think I'm off camera a little bit, but I need a flat surface to go ahead and put my strip on. And then I'm going to go ahead and line that up a little better. And I'll go ahead and adhere this on here. And this one, the same thing, I'm going to keep it balanced, so it's about 1/4 inch from each side. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this one on here, and again 1/4 inch. And like I said, you don't have to use the envelope for this. This was just a little something extra that I decided to do. Oh, I already adhered that down. Did I measure it? Yep. Okay, good. So then I'm going to go ahead and take this last one, and we'll go down. So I might want to bring that down a little bit more, about 1/4 inch from the bottom. And I think I'm going to bring this down here to right about there. Bring this down here to right about there. And I could have made a bigger title even if I wanted to. And then now I have this middle strip here that I'm going to cut. And this is 2 inches. And I'm just going to line it up. I'm actually using this as my guide. So this is going to go 2 inches. And so I'm cutting off this little part here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. And throw that little piece away. And then that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to bring those up again a little bit since my adhesive hasn't stuck perfectly down and I have a little bit of giveaway. So I'm going to bring this up about 1/4 of an inch, and then we'll reposition this a little bit because I want this even with this. So then I'm going to bring this up and about 1/4 inch on the side, and then I'll bring this one up, line it up with this 1/4 inch from the side. Now I kind of wanted to do, I like the yellow because it brings out the yellow and it's bright and pretty. I love that. And I also like, but Sail kind of reminds me of blue. So, and I cut this out of the envelope too. I cut this blue right out of the envelope. I don't know if I showed you that, but here is the envelope. I just opened it up and cut my title out of the envelope itself. And I kind of liked it because it had these little stripes on the edges. So I don't know if I think I could do that. So I thought maybe I could do like a little offset with that and have it like that, which I think would look really cute. And then the only other thing is I'm going to go ahead and add a little starfish here. And you should have extra, I'm going to go ahead and steal this one. You should have some extra little, for your cards, you should have an extra little seashell, and you can put that little seashell on there. And then what else do I want? I want a little seashell down here. So I had to stamp extras because I didn't have enough left over from the card kit. So I'm just going to take one that I pre-stamped from the stamp set that came with the card kit. And I'm just going to fussy cut it out. And a little tip with fussy cutting, I kind of showed you on the last one. You just kind of want to move your paper and not your scissors. So just move your paper. And I like to leave a little bit of a white border if I can, but sometimes it doesn't work out because I get a little too close. But then here you go. Just kind of move your scissors. And it really makes the cutting a lot easier, especially if you're trying to cut a small image like this tiny little starfish. Now, if you did this on, I like the black, but if you did this on white, you could just stamp your starfishes. Well, no, because we're going to put them here. But you could stamp your stuff up there if you wanted to. So I'm just going to clean this up just a little bit because I didn't get quite down in there as much as I wanted to. Move my scissors. Okay. And so then I'm going to go, and you could use a pop dot for that as well. And I'm just going to put my little starfish right there in the sand. And this is ready to go. So on this layout, instead of having paradise, I have sail away because I'm going to put some pictures of boats and sailing pictures on there. So like I said, you can make this your own. You can go ahead and change things up. You don't have to, you can make your title to fit whatever your pictures are going to be. So this is such a cute little layout. Now the other thing that you could do is there's some little jewels that come with this, as you can see on here, and I talked about those before, the little water drop jewels. And you'll have plenty of left after doing the cards to add to your, because they give you extra, to add to your layouts. And I put a little jewel down here and a couple little jewels up here. So there you go. So that's why I'm doing the sail away. I'm playing with this title for a little bit until I kind of like what I do. I still kind of like the yellow better. I might change it and put the yellow behind. It's kind of all twisty now, so but yeah, I might like to have a little shadow of the blue. Yeah, that might be a little more striking. I think I like that better, a little more striking. And then I'm going to put some little jewels right here, those little water drop jewels there. So that is the layout number 3. And I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm sorry if it was a little more confusing today than it has been in the past. But like I said, these are just adorable cards that you can easily make into layouts. So I hope you've enjoyed this series, and join me next week for Sunday scrapbooking fun. And I will be showing you a totally different thing. So we're moving on. All right, enjoy your day. Bye-bye.